Good evening, and welcome to hopefully, hopefully, you can hear me. That is the name of the stream. We're going to be doing a quality control check, as we always have to. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. How are you, Christus? How are you, Finn? We are back for another exciting session of Who Pissed You Off This Time? And you're going to draw cartoon characters while you rant about your real life. That's the name of the stream now. But how are you, Christus? What's been going on in your day job? As it is tonight's topic of investigation. What the heck was I about to do right now, though? It was very important. Okay. Oh, I remember. Is the chat thingy. But so I just uploaded my latest video of reading my job's Yelp reviews. And I'm going to be very honest. I wanted to make a different video where I was trying to kind of not really defend too much of what's on their Yelp page, but I wanted to at least, I don't know, try to give a different side to what's posted on there. But unfortunately, we had a little bit of an incident with somebody that, well, let's just say it's just bad on their end, on that company's end, as in their public image and what they stand for, helping people. It doesn't look that way. So I really just wanted a nice day job. Oh my God, I just erased everything. Don't worry. Okay. But I kept skipping that video because I didn't realize it was your channel. I watched it today. Oh, well, thank you so much. I know it comes off as like just one of those Yelp ones, but I wanted to start off with that one before I start getting into other details with what happened at my job. I was really just there to get a nice day job that I respect. Not like a car dealership. No, I feel you. It's different. We're doing, I mean, in theory, it's the reason why I've always been named Chaotic Industries. I I was involved in a very chaotic industry, and as a result, I am going to lose my mother. Sorry, this freaking opacity has been low, and it's like until now I realize it. Okay, sorry about that. So I've been involved in a few chaotic industries, and that's kind of the reason why I'm named Chaotic Industries. I didn't want to use my real name at first, so I'm going to be drawing out a little scenario here, and we're going to be talking about the importance of workplace safety. But I didn't want to use my real name for a while, and then people just started, you guys started calling me chaotic, so I was like, okay. Alrighty then. So what we have here is what we call a doorway. I don't know how to spell. Right? Now, we're going to be going over something very weird and kind of random right now. So please bear with me because this is part of our investigation. So we're going to be bringing down the music a little bit more. Okay. So this current event may or may not have happened, and I'm just using this as a teaching example. But let's say you are in a room, right? Let's say this is you. All right. This is you. and you're right here at the doorway, and you want to, head out. Let's say you want to go out the door, right? Now, if you're at or what we call a workplace, right, you should be allowed to just kind of freely go in and out of doors. I know this seems kind of weird, like why the hell are you talking about this? But believe me, it's relevant. Now, let's say you're trying to get out of the way or trying to leave this room, but there's an angry Erica Kirk looking nurse standing in your way, preventing you from leaving the area. Now, I'm going to reiterate something, or I'm going to just say something real quick here before we continue. Now, granted, let's remember a few things here. Somebody's here, right? Let's say you're here, not me. This didn't happen to me, of course. I don't know. Maybe it did. Who knows? And then you have some employee, and they're over here, and they're essentially blocking you from exiting. Do you know what this is called? It's a very strange name of what all of this is called, actually. Let's get some space here, because I'm gonna write out what this is called. I'm not gonna say it too much, okay? So what is going on there? Let's say somebody does that to you at work. They stop you at the doorway and they don't let you leave. You ate the door. Well, what that's called is illegal I don't know how to spell restraint. Restraint. You feel me? And that's that it's an employee. So if an employee does this to another employee, it could be considered sexual harassment. Could be considered plain old harassment. It could even, let's say exactly, it is unlawful imprisonment. It's 100% unlawful imprisonment. Now, granted, I really wanted to make a positive video at the job that I work at. However, given an event that may or may not have happened, things have changed now. Things have definitely changed now. So if you're curious for future audiences, hell yeah. Reported to HR, which brings us to tonight's investigation. What actually happens when you report something to human resources? Now, I'm giving this company every opportunity possible to do the right thing. Their employee may or may not, okay, because this is satire. This whole thing is satire, by the way. Okay, I'm just joshing here, right? I'm not talking about the video I just posted. That's, of course not, right? I'm joking. These are all jokes. Anyways, let's say an employee does this. You kind of have a time limit to fix it. So you're getting the opportunity right now to do the right thing. Do the right thing here. Now, was this person yelling in my face? Yes. Was this person starting to get aggressive? Yes. And what did I say the entire time? I said, stop blocking the exit, which brings us to another point here. When somebody's doing that to you, don't get angry, don't get aggressive. You just say, stop blocking the exit. And I immediately got on the phone with human resources. Grr, I gotta go. All right, for Sheriff Finn, you draw a shark for me. I will draw a shark for you. Don't worry about it. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna draw a shark for our friendo here, okay? And we're gonna do it kind of inspired by a moron, right? You know, I can actually, I can't say the name, but I can absolutely say fucking idiot. All right, so let's go with, all right here, this numbnut. I don't know if they're on something, but they have problem blinking. So we're gonna, and then there's a reason too. Apparently everybody needs to be wearing a mask for some reason. I don't know if that's relevant for the audience to know. So anyways, this shark here, we're going to be inspired by a certain idiot. Oh my God, it does look like a certain individual. That's crazy. So I had a stupid ass surgical mask on. Right here. And then I'm going to move this over. But the real problem is that respiratory ends up getting treated, or respiratory therapists are always being treated like shit. And it's one of the most aggravating things about being in this field. Hello, Ricardo. How are you? We are drawing a shark here, and this shark is doing something illegal. Okay, so this shark here, they're not too illegal, not like unfunny. Don't watch the stream illegal. It's just kind of aggravating illegal. Okay, this shark right here, they're standing at the door, preventing me from leaving the area. This shark here, we're gonna put a nice little apron on him too, just to satirize this even more. Okay, so if this shark is standing at the door preventing me from leaving the area, this shark has committed. Give me a second here. I think it's called crime. Dun dun dun. So you can't do that. You can't, definitely, and that's why I'm letting you. And let's say you have a very angry boss or a mean person that you work with, and you say, "Hey, I'm trying to leave this room. Can you please stop blocking the doorway?" And let's say you say that a few times, and they still don't do it. It's and again, this story is pure satire. We are just satirizing this. This may or may not have happened. This may or may not have been a documented issue with human resources. And what I'm glad, because I would never do this to someone. I would never be this idiot at the doorway. It's the other idiot that's in trouble. I'm just a stupid ass YouTuber. Yep, that's me. All right, so all right, so we got a shark. By the way, this is Tell Me What to Draw. If you have a suggestion, I would love to draw it, and we can move on from the workplace drama. If you have a chaotic workplace, please let us know. But we are trying to get some B-roll and some, audio for the next video for part 2. And honestly, this place had the best chance in the world to be a very legit, beautiful business. But money. That's what happens. Okay, I'm going to draw the Hylian shield real quick. I just want to make sure that I am centered. Let me find my center. I am centered. Sorry, give me a second, people. Let's see. Oh my god, I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Okay. But boy, was I relatively angry. I just think it was like just the craziness for somebody with a license to be doing that. Like, you're so dumb. You risk so much. If she would have been doing that, or sorry, if this individual would have been doing that to a patient, you could probably go to jail. Like, if I would have caught this person blocking a patient and blocking them into their room, I have to call the police. But because I guess this person does it to another employee, I just have to call HR, right? It's not. they handle it apparently. Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I got you. Sorry. I was trying the Hylian shield and then I got more upset. Give me a second, people. Okay. Please excuse the creepy music. Oh no, that's going the wrong way. What is going on here? I have drawn this. I'm glad I did the live streams. Like, my first live streams are Sharpies. Because if somebody ever wants to accuse me of, like, having been using AI, I'm like, nah, there is hours of failure on here. And if you want to go through that to try to catch me using AI, thank you for the watch time. But it's a real thing. I think a lot of people are going to be getting in trouble in the future because they're using AI right now without disclosing it. And you're going to, like, people are going to ask you one day, they're going to be like, hey, so do you know how to draw? And you're not going to know how to draw. And then you're going to have some questions for your audience because they may or may not have followed you based on your graphic skills. And so it's a real in stand-up comedy. It's gonna hit, especially once somebody gains popularity as using AI to write jokes. Then people are gonna want to start canceling comedians for using AI. But right now, comedians are rampant with the AI. They need it. They need it for their flyers. They need it for everything right now. Please excuse this Hylian shield. I'm just getting like a rough edit right now. Or a rough cut, sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. I do have a painting of this, but I don't have a camera available to pan for you. But please tell me what to draw if you're interested. We will draw anything and everything because we have to. It's the name of the stream. And I could lose my whole channel if I don't abide by what I name my videos. It's called. Anyway, I'm going to I just wanted to get like a rough blueprint of where stuff is supposed to be. So, and then I don't believe in layers apparently. I'm going to just wing this. I don't know what happened to my brush too. It changed the way it looks. If somebody knows how to change it back, please let me know. I'm using Photoshop. I passed the class for Photoshop, but I don't remember the part about switching the thing. Here. This is going to be the worst Hylian shield ever. No. Oh, there you go. Look, it changed back to it. Okay, who knows what I pressed? All right. This is going to be an abstract Hylian shield. That way I don't have to do anything. Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a million easier ways to do this. But I was like, I don't want to. Do quality control. Ow. Sorry. Okay. Welcome to the worst painting ever. Brought to you by Jeremy's Rash Cream. The only type of rash cream I use on a rainy day. You might ask, what do you mean on a rainy day? And, well, I'm allergic to the rain. So on rainy days, I just put on a nice coat of Jeremy's Rash Ointment. The only rash ointment for rain allergies. Please visit our sponsor at 7527-334-6783-93-8476. Ask for Jerome Powell, and you'll be escorted to the treasury. Jeremy's Rash Ointment, the only rash ointment for me and my friends when we go out on vacation. Have you ever stayed at a 4-star hotel? We have. It was terrible. Should have been 2.5 stars. My friend Jeremy caught Lionel's disease. Lionel's disease. And made him develop his specialized ointment. in my, okay, so, sorry. This is how not to paint on Photoshop. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use layers and stuff. I don't want to. I like the feeling of painting, like just one layer and then you put another layer and then you mess that up. And then you put another layer and then you mess that up. That's my style of painting. Like I'm doing it exactly. This is why I waste so much acrylic paint. Freaking having to redo shit half the time. But it happens, people, okay? You have to, do you want art or do you want great art? Anyways. What am I doing? Oh, yes. Now we do the red. Oh, this is abstract. I don't have to do this as accurate as I need to. I don't care. So this full, or sorry, this thing. Oh, I remember this. The stupid Thunderbird, or whatever the fuck this is called. Sorry. I think Thunderbird is Native American. No offense, actually. Actually, this painting comes out in my video. I used it as B-roll, so the video's not as boring. But now the shield that I'm painting right now, I'm using an actual painting of a Hylian shield I painted. That looks slightly better than this. I mean, it looks better than this, but it's an acrylic paint. I'm using that as my reference picture. So whatever mistakes I did there are only getting maximized, being transferred over here. Is that side green? You know this triangle here means evil? That's what it means. Give me a second here. Shit. Okay. Sign into chat. Why? I don't want to sign into chat. I wanted to expand on this one, but I had opened that other page. So then we were kind of slow. But I wanted to do is just start building a massive collage. Yeah, you see it grabbed. No, it didn't. Never mind. I would have to merge all these layers. Wait, give me a second. I know what to do. I click this thing, and then yes, there you go. I go like that. And then I go Control T. And no, that didn't do anything. I think I have to merge all these effing layers. Sorry. Am I allowed to swear on here? Hold up. I think I do. I mean, I'm done with it. Does anybody need a layer? And these are all like one, yeah. Yeah, this is how not to use Photoshop. I'm gonna just merge them. I'm doing the thing you should never do. I'm just merging these layers. Look at that. Oh, it's over. This thing's like, you're up now. Like, what do you mean? Okay, so these layers are done. All right, so this will be our first corner. There you go. And that's what they'll be. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have something for me to draw, please comment down below. This is tell me what to draw. I have to draw what you tell me to draw. I have to do it. If I don't, bad things happen. Horrible things happen to the people down Hey, wait, wait, wait. Control A? No, I didn't do that. Man, I was like hitting shit the other day. No. Trying not to swear. Sorry. There you go. A lemon shark? What the hell is a lemon shark? Somebody wanted it here last time. Shit. Oh, shoot. Well, I messed that up. I know what to do. I'm trying to draw a Viking ship, by the way. I don't. From memory. A Viking ship from the last time I saw a Viking ship. Can you draw bubble? Hello, fish rats. How are you? Like any bubble, or I'm tired of this Viking ship. I'm gonna destroy it. Or is that a character from something? I can do a bubble. Let me see here. Mother. Oh, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna just do a normal bubble. Is this in frame? Oh, what the hell am I doing? I'm using the mouse for some reason. I'm like, why is it coming out so? This has been the most frustrating bubble to ever. Should I use multiple layers? I don't want to. Sorry, I've been very focused on this bubble. If I try to do something transparent, I'm gonna like really focus in on it. Oh my God. All right, Fish Yans. Thank you so much for the. Why did that take so long? Why did that take so long? I was trying to make it transparent. I don't believe in using multiple layers, even though I should be. How's my guitar? Oh. We do apologize for how long that took. I mean, I could have just done like that, but then that wouldn't have been nice, you know? That's not nice. You get me? So we went the extra mile with that one. Now it just kind of looks. Okay. What's that one thing that makes bubbles? I forgot what it's called. I did want to do something actually. Oh, well. Look who we have here. Okay, I'm gonna add our friendo here. We were trying to draw God. I don't know if we succeeded in drawing God, but that's what happens. Alrighty then. Sorry about that. So, I don't think I had. I wanted to do this for a while. Actually, I wanted to talk about my paranormal investigations. We've been making headway on it, I think. But I have this idea that a lot of it is what your setting is. when it comes to ghosts and goblins, by the way. Future audiences tuning in. Feels like if you are kind of in the mindset that whatever you see is going to be evil and scary, then that's what you're going to experience. I'm like, if it's real, it's real. Like, it shouldn't be dependent on you believing it or not. So, all right, let's organize our thoughts here. So, when I've been doing my little paranormal investigations, I'm joking around, and the bar that lets me essentially have some free roam whenever customers aren't around, they don't really care if I find anything or do anything about it or not. And so I do have the time to sit there or stand there in a dark, empty room talking to whatever's there, whatever people believe is there. But from what I understand, and even what Alfred Hitchcock believed, is that it's not the ghost or goblin that is scary. It's the hallway or the staircase. That is, it's the thought of what is down there. And when I was alone walking around in this haunted bar, I had this feeling of like, if I start to accept it in my mind that there's something here, I was going to start seeing something. And some people might say, like, on the crazier end, they're going to say, oh, well, that's your psychic power. That's your inner self saying something. And people who are more like me will say, no, that's just you being don't work. The only thing that works or brings miracle is God, and going into our congregation and supporting our congregation. That's the only thing that works. So, but big but, well, if you do use it, according to Jehovah's Witness, if you do mess around with it, it's going to crawl out of the television, or it's going to crawl out of the Ouija board or the Harry Potter book, and it's going to destroy your life. You 14-year-old. You get me? That's what Jehovah's Witness believes in. That's what he's all about. So, while I'm walking around up there, right, you get this sensation of, not that something's following you, but it was almost like I was getting sleepy. And it reminded me of this one time when I was in high school, and that's not a good way to, but these hypnotists came to our school to, trick the children, I guess, mess with our heads. And it was the weirdest thing. They called me up, volunteered to go up, and they tried to hypnotize me, but nothing happened. But I remember having this sensation of like, do you want to go along with it, or are you going to, stay up, basically. And the guy noticed that I hadn't fallen asleep or succumbed to his mesmerisms. And other people who I thought were not as active, or how'd I put it, they as social, I would say, were then put under the hypnotism, and they started acting weird for like 20 minutes. Like, these hypnotists just had these high schoolers running around doing whatever the hypnotist told them to do. And I always just thought they were plants. Like, that's cool. I always just figured that they were like, because I know one of them was in drama with me. Like that was my whole point right now. Was like I was a drama kid. I knew who the other drama kids were, so it was like we know who's gonna be faking stuff and doing shit for attention. But anyways, fast forward. Um, I feel like when you're in a haunted place or quote haunted area or allegedly spiritually infested, you have this dumb sensation of like just kind of getting hypnotized. You self hypnotize yourself, and next thing you know, you start hearing stuff, and every little feeling is that thing, and oh my god, that thing's coming for you now, and it's like the truth is it's you. Like that's the scary part. I think people don't wanna. They never want to realize is that, like, no, that demon, that devil that's way down there that you're so scared of, it's apparently you, fool. It's your dead hopes and dreams, and you've ignored them, and now it's manifesting and shit. You know, you should have left your husband, and so it it's messed up. That's one thing that I've always hated about paranormal investigations is it's just PR for the what would you say the whatever religious organization they feel is going to solve a spiritual infestation. Because I had been at this, like I've been doing stand up there for about a year, and I've never felt anything. And that's why now I'll do the live stream and sound their toilets make and the pipes make. Because growing up, my uncle and my sister, they're very. Hello, how are you, Asher Bevan? I'm drawing a weird staircase going down into a creepy cave. But if you have something for me to draw, I'd love to draw it. I'm just ranting about my paranormal investigations right now. They're not real, but the bar that lets me come in and do my investigations, or it's actually haunted or whatnot. Or by that, what they say is haunted. I've never seen or experienced anything. But sorry, the story I was about to say right now is that when I was younger, my sister used to tell me that the water heater sound, like, you know, the sound going through your pipes whenever the water heater's pushing hot water through it, that was the sound of the chupacabra. And so every time I heard, because we used to live in an apartment complex growing up, every time I heard the water rushing or somebody would flush the toilet on the upstairs, I would think it was the chupacabra. YouTube deleted my account for no. What? Asher B. I kind of remember your name, Asher. Did you have a different name? What happened? I know that, and no offense, you don't have to talk about your age, but I know that if you're too young, it might get shut down if somehow YouTube finds out. Sorry, I've had a Pepsi this whole time. And I hadn't opened it. What a crime. But sorry to hear about your channel. What was your channel about? Or what were you doing? Yeah, I've worked pretty hard to not get this. Or I've been trying to work really hard to not get this shut down. And it sucks that they can just shut it down for no reason. To post videos, I think it's 16. I mean, I don't know what. I honestly don't know what the official age, but I know that if you're like below 18, you're gonna be running into issues with any social media site. Um, I've I I mean, my parents would have never let me have a YouTube channel when I was younger. Like, that's not. That would have been like just no. They were like no. Um, But I'm not too sure. But I know that if you're a little bit too young, as in like just a straight up kid status, no offense, they might take offense to it and some issue. Um, I honestly thought everybody that could comment was 18 and up, and I I was like live streaming and just doing my normal stand up comedy routine until I was like doing the drawing or these like drawing live streams, and I realized that I actually had a younger audience, and so I try not to swear or talk about adult topics here. Um, but yeah, I would honestly, if you're under 18, better to wait. Um, because even like let's say best case scenario, and you go viral or something. Now you're dealing with whatever that entails at a young age. But did I freeze? And but what was your channel on though? Was it like art, or what were you up to? I know one thing that will get you shut down is if you're taking, I mean I'm not accusing you, right? But if you're taking other people's videos, that might that might get you taken down. I know one thing I don't like is like it's just these massive channels that have built a huge following just taking smaller content creators videos. And it sucks because I mean, especially like I would feel like what the heck, you know, if somebody took my drawing shorts, which I've always been scared somebody is ripping them off and putting them on TikTok or whatever, but yeah, I've always just hoped that I can stay as original consistently, so that even though people rip me off at one point, I can still be relevant. If that makes sense. Does this look like torches? This looks like wouldn't that be cool, like a pixelated dungeon crawler? Like a first person shooter pixelated dungeon crawler. Oh shit, I cannot see my chat. Yes, I like drawing. Oh, nice. I mean, you can start again. How many subscribers did you have? As long as it's like, you know, not that big of a following, you should be fine just starting again, and now you know the skills. But yeah, just be careful with like if you're even with some songs and on shorts. But I've never heard of someone getting their channel taken down because of a song on a short. But yeah, that just sounds weird. I've never I have heard of actually that that was a thing going on. Some people's channels. Oh no, you had 21 subs. Oh shoot. No. I was hoping you probably had maybe only like a few, but not 21. That's like maybe, you know, there's somebody out there wondering what the hell. That's why I never try to stay off for too long, because I know that there are some subscribers that are hoping to see me fail a cave drawing. I don't know, but the That kind of sucks. I'm so sorry about that. Um, but I think, I mean, if you're gonna use a similar name, um, maybe they'll find you again. But don't trip too much. You get me? If just take your time, stay creative, and like it's. I would say like yeah, just one thing for sure. If you're not under 18, like personally like if I was a parent, I wouldn't want my kid posting their face on the internet, especially at this time in history. Uh, so maybe you can just stick to your art and you don't have to post anything like that. If you change it, you're not gonna, you're gonna lose your audience and they're not gonna watch it. If I never faced revealed, I would never get banned. I'm not sure. Asher Bevan. I am so sorry. So, because there's like those Costco, sorry, there's those Costco guys, right? The one, and he has his kids, but he's a parent, like, so the Costco boys or whatever, right? His parent is running it. So if you want to have your parents or one of your parents or legal guardian kind of be the one to manage it, maybe then you won't get banned. My dream was to go live. Oh, I feel you. Um, yeah, that kind of sucks. 'Cause you're almost there too. That's just so weird. If they didn't give you a reason, it might be, um, no lie. Maybe your parents found your I've heard of. I've seen. I know that there's an option to report a. I know it's. I think it's on Instagram. You can report a page for like for being your kid. Like if you find your kid's Instagram, you can have it shut down. Um, but yeah, honestly, I would probably, especially if you're under 18, you should have your parents involved in some way with whatever it is you're doing because there's people out there that they might want to take your information. And it might be like just to try to steal your money because they think they can hack you or some stuff like that. But you just want to be very careful, and you do want to have your parents involved in some way. I know that might seem like it's impeding, but it's always a safer thing to do. And it's just better to have your parents involved than, let's say, you gain a following and then one of your followers on Discord or some other one, they send you a link. You click on the link and now they hacked your PC or they hacked your phone and they hacked your computer. I had more accounts too. Oh, that's another one. You can't be making multiple accounts. Okay, there is a there is a YouTuber out there. I forgot the name, but this guy, and I'm not trying to laugh at your situation, by the way, because I do sympathize. That's such a horrible thing, especially if you already had your little following growing, and I just feel I feel for you, but let's try to do it the right way the next time. So, anyways, the story. This guy, he's been banned from YouTube multiple times, because of because of that. He keeps he makes one account, then he makes multiple fake accounts, and he has a bunch of people just follow him for no, and he's not even posting anything. Okay, you only have 3. Well, that's okay, I guess. But what he would do is have multiple fake accounts so he could like and give traction to his videos, and then he would have other people make multiple accounts to like and give traction to his videos. and he got banned like almost every time he got monetized on a new channel, he would get banned, and he still wouldn't learn his lesson. And so finally, like, I think now he's given up. I'm not sure, but it's so one thing that does get channels banned or demonetized is what they call like inauthentic views or kind of fake views. So one thing he was doing as well, and a few other creators were doing for a moment, because he was giving them very bad advice, um, is you just have people watching on another or like incognito mode or in a different not signed in account or something like that, and you just have them watch your videos to gain the watch time, which goes against YouTube's terms of service naturally, because you're just kind of hustling the system. So I think with me, just as a comic or a comedian, there's this like fear of being hacky or being a hack, I guess, whatever. And I just can't do stuff like that. Like, I know I could never do stuff like that. I've always felt that I had to grow this as legitimately as I could. And I'm lucky enough to have this niche. Because I don't know if you were here earlier. I was ranting about a very bad person at a job that I work at. And because I know how to draw, I'm able to do this. Oh, this looks so cool. I'm just kind of trying to, I'm making like a weird secret dungeon tunnel staircase thing, and we're just going to grow it. So when you're able to draw, though, you can kind of dive into different subjects. Like for me, I don't want to be recording people and putting a camera in their face. So no, I'm just going to draw you. So for instance, the individual that pissed me off, or not, she didn't piss me off. She did something illegal, and then the company didn't do anything about it. And that kind of pissed. So here, I don't need a picture of them. Like, it's not, it ain't hard for me to recreate their face. And that's the beauty of knowing how to draw. Moron was wearing a surgical mask. So like, again, so if I like, and one thing about saying like don't worry about niching down is like, especially with art, like find your style, find whatever it is you want to do. And then when you have your story to tell or whatever, you can pretty much, hopefully it's a good story, not this dingus, horrible nurse, excuse of a nurse. Okay, so again, so I don't need to go put a camera on this person's face. I don't need to, escalate this issue anymore. I can just be like, you know what? I've got this story. I had a bad day at work and they looked like this. So I don't need to say their name. I don't need to say anything more than that. But that's the beauty of when you learn multiple skills, basically, is you start to incorporate that in whatever niche you want to do with your channel. So don't worry too much. Sorry it got, taken down, but now you can start new and find something you actually want to go into. Can you draw a tiny little monster in the cave later? Yes, we can. Wow, Andrew. I'll do that now because I don't know if you want a suggestion for what to add to the rest, I can do that too. So let's do a little monster. I want to do like a little snowman or a little abominable snowman. I had TikTok account. I lost the phone connected to the account. I found the phone TikTok. Oh man. What? That's weird. Just because you man. They don't want you to go viral. They're doing everything they can to. You know what? Yeah, I'm bringing out some color here. Are we still good? All right, cool. Might look a little different. But thank you for the suggestion. Wow, Andrew, how have you been? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do like a Yeti. Kind of want. Can you draw a mountain for the cave so it looks like the cave is in a mountain? Okay. All right. I think I can do that. All right. Where am I? Oh, I should really do a new layer, huh? Before I start. I'm going to do a new layer and then... There you are. Oh, I forgot that this thing's all the way down here. It's like going to be all pixelated. But he's a friendly, abominable snowman. I only like drawing friendly monsters. Unless you're a nurse that committed a crime. And he's grabbing the side of the... This is going to be like super... I think when I zoom out, it'll look proper-ish. So I'm going to have him waving. That way we all know he's friendly. I'm not trying to make pixel art. It's just that I'm zoom in. I am the greatest pixel artist who's ever lived. Do abominable snowmen have horns? I don't know. I want to make like a smiley face, but okay, wait. There you go. Now he's like kind of smiling. There you go. Okay. There he is. It's a very friendly, abominable snowman. Because he's really zoomed in. Let me see. I've been good. I've been watching a lot of your streams, and they're very awesome whenever I see. Oh, thank you so much, Wow Andrew. Yeah, they're just kind of up there, and if you can't go to sleep, watch one of them. They will knock you out. Because sometimes I'll just like zone out and draw, so it's just the music and the drawing, and people will pass out. Okay, so... But this is going downstairs, isn't it? Is it going up or down? This is going down, isn't it? I have no idea. Okay, I can... What do I do? Okay, I'm going to do the thing you're not supposed to. The thing you never do in Photoshop is merge the layers. Okay, and I just did that. Because I'm a wild... I'm wild, and there's nothing anyone can do to stop me. So if I want to merge all the layers in Photoshop, I'm going to do... There's always a very good reason. Okay, I'm going to draw a mountain for this. It is it going up? It's going down. I swear to God. Is that a thing with like the type of personality we have? Like, do some people see it going up and some people see it going down? That determines what kind of like psychological class you belong. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to make it into a mountain now. But I did just post up a new video. We're kind of heading into the whole reason why I'm named Chaotic Industries. I originally didn't really have the skills to make the types of videos that I wanted to. I wanted to talk shit about my job, but I couldn't. And also, I just didn't have the skills to make videos. And but that's different now because I took some online classes for video editing and Photoshop. So that's what we're doing now. This might be a volcano because I I used the wrong image in my head when I started drawing this, and my head just thought volcano. Um, it's just by looking at it, it looks like it's going up, but now you say that it looks like going exactly right. But what if like now you're seeing it going down just because I said it's going down? You get me? I totally understand. Like, the like I can see how it looks like it's going up after someone tells me that it's going up. It's so weird. I was ranting about paranormal investigations, but it's a lot like when they replay the EVPs during a paranormal investigation. And if you don't read the subtitles, you don't understand what the EVP is saying, or at least I don't understand what the EVP is saying. But they always put the subtitles. So like, they'll be like, "Oh, let's replay the EVP," and it'll be like, and they'll be like, "Oh, it said I like oatmeal." Like, "Oh, did he like oatmeal? Yeah, he ate oatmeal the day he died." And like, "Oh shoot." So I think it's just one of those things where like you see it after someone tells you. So if I tell you that oh, it's going down, you're gonna see it going down. If somebody says it's going up, we're all gonna see it going up. But I hate it when they come out with those EVPs. Every chance I get, I'll rant about Zach Bagans. Sorry to digress. Then I drew this Hylian shield over here. It's horrible. This is the worst Hylian shield I've ever made. The cave is going into a volcano, and the snowman is actually a lava man. Should I make him red? We'll make him red later. It's a lava man. The world needs more lava man. There is this guy that just went to jail because he tried to push his wife into the volcano. And I'm like, no offense, okay? Just no offense to anyone, but man, that lady deserves a vacation. Like, imagine your husband comes up to you and says, "Hey, honey, we're going to Hawaii." You're like, "Oh boy," and you pack everything, you tell your family, you tell your friends to make them jealous. And you're like, "Oh, what are we doing today, honey?" You get me? You land, you check into the hotel, you get a cab. This is the best day of my life, honey. I love Hawaii. It's so beautiful. And then your husband says, "Okay, we're gonna go up to the volcano though." And you're just like, "What do you mean we're going up to the volcano?" And your husband's like, We're gonna hike up that active volcano right now." And you're just like, "What?" And about 30 to 40 minutes later, the love of your life that invited you to Hawaii, that married you 20 years ago, is now trying to push you into an active volcano. This is a true story. Hashtag paranormal. Yeah, it's a very, very true story. He's guarding the fire gems, and oh, that's pretty cool. The cave is going into, yes, guarding. I don't know how to spell guard. Every time I spell guard, I spell it wrong. I'm messing. Okay, I need to readjust this. So this is deep in, but this is like too dark. Oh, I know what to do. I'm gonna lower its opacity. So I'm gonna erase it, but at a lower opacity so it doesn't erase all the way. I just want to like, there you go. Because otherwise it doesn't, there you go. Yeah. Now it's going, you get me? Now it has distance. It was messing with me earlier. Okay, so what the heck do I do now? Oh, I have to add in detail. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna lower my opacity to 39. Will that give me the same tone? No, it didn't. Interesting. I just need. Okay, that's close enough, I think. No, it's not. That's close. Okay, so it needs like an entrance of some kind. I need like. So all right, so that yeah. All right, I know what to do. Okay, so I need to build this up a bit more. Okay. Um, I'm trying to get like some type of temple entrance going. I love temple entrances. That's my favorite type of entrance. And by the way, can I just say that what this Yeti is doing here, this lava person, sorry, white lava person, is illegal. Okay? Let's say I wanted to exit this cave and this Yeti doesn't move, and I've repeatedly asked the Yeti, can you stop blocking the exit? That's called, I think Christus wrote it down. He said unlawful imprisonment, which is, yep, it's one version of that, but it's illegal restraint. Anyways, that's tonight's lesson, okay? Wow, Andrew. So just in case if you're ever at school or at work and you said, "Hey, I need to leave this area," and your boss or coworker or or the employee, coworker again, if they do that, it's illegal. You can't do that. No, no, no. So make sure that you report it and document it anyway. But the lava yeti can understand you. Yes, he. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, he can't under. Oh well. Okay. I found that to be so funny for some reason. Well, I guess the lava yeti just gonna have to go to jail. Should I? Oh, you know what? Wouldn't he like? There would be like some kind of stone. Be like a stone lava man. Do you think they would like make his hair like this out of stone? This is a giant stone lava figure thingy. It's tomfoolery to him. He's just laughing because he's gibberish. He's gibberish. Gibberish. It's the Temple of the Stone Yeti. Oh shoot. Shoot. I just kind of made this look like a weird old man over there. Okay, whatever. Oh. I don't know why they would. The damn. What is it? Those orcs. Okay. Are there guardrails on this? That poor Yeti. Okay. Are there guardrails? I don't know. Shouldn't there be guardrails? It's the face of the volcano. At least they have something there to catch you if you. I think I drew that wrong, but okay. He guards the llama man's face. Actually, it does look kind of okay from far away. And then this one has like a broken chain. That way the player can fall off and he has to restart the level from the beginning. I'm going to put right here. Sorry if I'm burping right into the microphone. Okay. I kind of like that. He guards the lava man's caution-friendly Yeti because he's a lava Yeti. And if he tries to give you a hug, it might not end well. You know, the bar that I was talking about earlier, they're having a conspiracy theory night tonight. But I figured I'd much rather live stream and spew my conspiracy theories to you than to drive down there. But because I was in the mood for conspiracy theories, please share whatever conspiracy theory you have, as ridiculous and most likely untrue as it may be. We welcome all conspiracy theories. I kind of like this. We need to... What do we add? What's missing? I don't know how to incorporate the mountain into the rest of it without ruining it. So we're a predicament. Like what is here? What do I put there? Sorry. How do you draw? I don't know how to draw. I wish I knew how to draw, but we don't. Let's see here. No. All right. Gourds. What am I doing here? Sorry, I was just checking my stuff here. Okay. Let's go over to the other one. We made this bubble earlier. It took us like 30 minutes. Is this a 30-minute bubble? Or could I have done this sooner? Who knows? Oh, it does work. Oh, that's right. I was like, what was I about to start talking about? I was about to start ranting about something. And then we were talking conspiracy theories. I can tell you the great Elote lady conspiracy theory. I think she prices her elotes based on whether or not she likes you. And there's been times where she's made me pay $5 for one elote. Conspiracy? I think so. Has anybody ever eaten any of these? They're called ruedas. Ruedas. Ruelas. Christus, if you're still watching, you should know how to say this. Ruelas. 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 Who knows that? Who's Latino in here? Ruelas. Anyways, this thing will cost like $5, and I'll be like, "What?" I'm like, $5. Like, what the heck, lady? And then be like, "Do we leave a tip?" If the total came out to $15 and you have a $20 bill, do you leave the $5 with the ruedas? And it's like, how much was this again? It's like, did you look at my shoes before you priced it to me? Because that's a little messed up. But she did. I was wearing flip-flops and she still charged me $5. And I'm like, for a whole month. I just kept buying corn and making it myself for a whole month. I didn't even want to eat it anymore, but on principle, every time I made myself an elote, um, I was like, man, this is like $20 meal right here because I would eat four. It's like a $20 meal. 4 elotes would be $20 with this lady. That's why I don't buy it from her anymore. So that's my conspiracy theory right there is, a lote lady got some explaining to do. Mucho explanando. Elote lady. I remember the first time she did it too. I remember the audacity of like, I'm a lifelong customer. I've been buying from you since I was in high school. She didn't care. She looked at me and she put one finger on a nostril and chucked a loogie at me. And I was like, wow. So that's how it is, elote lady. That's how it is. I heard her ringing the bell the other day, too. I hope she hears me. I heard her ringing the bell. I was like, I'm not going to go out there and buy any. Not when you look at my shoes before you give me the price for the elote and las ruedas. Okay, and she has raspados, too, which is the main reason why I still buy from her from time to time. I just don't feel that every product you have should be $5. Like you're telling me this bag of ruedas, okay? Ruedas is the same as this corn on the cob elote, okay? Don't look at this. This is an evil circus peanut. We're not even talking about that. But you're telling me that this bag of ruedas is $5. No, these are ruedas. Wait, are those Dorito chips? No, the ruedas. I can't say it. Can somebody that speaks Spanish please say it for me? Spanish is my first language. But then I forgot it. The ruedas. I don't know. They're good. They're like you, and then she puts like or whoever does it, whatever kind soul doesn't cheat you out of existence. They put like this the hot sauce on it with lime juice, and it's the most delicious thing in the world. And then some get soggy and some stay crunchy, and it's nice to mix the soggy ones with the crunchy ones. And then sometimes you just grab a wad full of the soggy ones, and then you just slurp it and it's this spicy, slobbering mess. But it's not $5. It's not a $5 meal. It's like you used to be able to get a foot long back in my day. You used to be able to go down to the Subway and we would order a foot long for the whole family. But now we can't even afford the ruedas. Are they Doritos? Is this what you call them? Is this like the other name for it? Is that the circus? Yeah, it is the circus peanut you requested. I hate that circus peanut. It is the worst circus peanut ever. I hate circus peanuts. I hate it, man, dude. Every time you put them into your mouth, it's just a mush. It's tough and mushy. What kind of texture is that? It's a soft, tough pillow. I like my food to be soft yet tough and durable. Every time I bite into it, I'm like, is it going to taste good? It didn't. It didn't. This is an epidemic sound. I'm not sponsored, but some people ask me, like, what the heck's up with the music? I'm like, it's not my fault. It's epidemic sound. This looks exactly like it. I'm actually quite proud of this. I might go viral for this one. Do you want to see my most viral video? My most famous, you can use them as tiny hammers. Yes. The circus peanut. Is there a way for me to... Let me see. I want to play my most viral video. The only video to ever actually go viral on here. If you go to shorts and you go to the popular one, it's called "What the hell is this thing?" I've always wanted to actually make a video on this on its own. This. Okay, so this creep, you know what? I'm going to just use this as a reference picture. And I'm going to draw him again. But this guy was the reason why we opened an investigation into Christianity as a hostile work environment. I swear to God, the Uba Gobla guy. Okay, I'm going to draw him. I don't want to get demonetized. Okay. So... this guy. Wait, what happened to my other music? Oh. Okay. So the Oobla Gobla guy is this weird thing from that one meme. And I forgot this. The subscriber's name he keeps changing his name, so I don't know who to give credit for. But when I looked into him, it's actually a pretty cruel and evil character to design, and it's not that the character himself is evil; it's the people that made the character are evil. I think one of the biggest crimes you can ever do is scare kids out of reading. Like, it's already hard enough to get kids to read, and then some dumb goes and makes a cartoon like this in the hopes that it scares kids from reading. Like, you're a horrible human being if that was your goal in life. Oh, let me make a cartoon so hopefully kids don't read. Good job. So this character, he's there to like distract the heroes from the story by giving them books to read. Like, that's how there's no villains in the story, but that's how he's like not the goodest guy. And I just thought it was the most disturbing thing, and it's my most popular video. But people got onto it because of people like it because it's a meme, not so much its message. But it's one of those like cartoons that certain cults make. And they try to pass it off as something that isn't for a cult. But this is Chaotic Industries, and we know what it's for. We know what you done. You ain't fooling nobody. And this is where I will lie forevermore. The most evilest thing I've ever drawn. The Oobla Gobla Globba Man. You gotta give him his books, yes, because he lives in his library, sort of. Wait, it was made to... Yes, so this character... All right, I'll stop drawing for a second. This character in the story comes out in a library, and it's kind of a creepy scene because he like uses books to hypnotize kids. That's like the whole villain arc, I guess, if we're going to call it that. But the whole moral of the message, and it's something consistent with most Christian messages, is the only book you should be reading is the Bible. So the way they like not fight him but counteract his brainwashing is by reading the Bible. And it's to me it's cruel. It's also a little bit disgusting for an adult to make a cartoon to tell kids to not read any other book except the Bible. It is the most irresponsible thing I have ever seen. And this is why, like down here, I drew the Easter Bunny holding a subpoena and Santa Claus holding a briefcase because we're investigating Christianity for hostile work environment. And it's this type of stuff that, it's this type of stuff that makes us go, you know what? Christianity is a hostile work environment. If your job come up to you and they say, hey, you're not allowed to read any other books except the employee policy handbook, including on your off time, they can't do that. They can't enforce that. But, apparently if you're part of this organization, if you're part of this business, Christianity, well, then you have to follow all of these rules. Even when you're not in church. Like, I understand, like, don't take a Harry Potter book into church and, like, you know, or any other book, right? Like, if you're going to church, you're going to church. But the whole point of this character, the Oobla Gobla Globba, is to scare kids when they're not in church. So when you're not in church and you don't have the Bible around, you know, you might want to read Harry Potter. You might want to read Perseus Jackson. God forbid. He's there to, it's an unsettling creature that comes out in the movie to make books unsettling. The only book that isn't made creepy in the whole movie is the Bible. I'm most likely going to make a whole video on this. But again, like to the creators, like shame on the creators, shame on the person that made the cartoon, shame on all of that. Like I get that people found it funny and whatever. As long as we're laughing at it, that's okay. But the message that this effing thing is trying to convey is so disgusting that it's why I'm opening an investigation into Christianity for being a chaotic industry. You're a chaotic industry at that point because it's the same with like Apple and Samsung. Apple wants to keep you on Apple products. Samsung wants to keep you on Samsung products. Christianity wants to keep you on Christian products. They don't want you reading any other any other company's, product. They don't want you switching over to Buddhism, Buddhism, or God forbid the Dreamland, or maybe what's the you don't want to. I forgot what the. God dang it. But, anyways, I was like really mad when I found out about what that guy actually is. But I am plugging, Andrew, I'm plugging my new video one more time. I just released a new video. My Job's 1-star Yelp reviews. I am, we're kind of going into why I'm named Chaotic Industries. I investigate chaotic industries. The thing is, people started calling me chaotic, and then now people just call me Chaotic Industries now, which is a pretty stupid name when you're in person. Like to introduce yourself as Chaotic Industries, like it's kind of funny, but it's funny as like being laughed at kind of funny. I always say that like I'm a failed rapper from the 90s because at this point there's just no use using my real name, especially if I'm going to be public about my Jobs Yelp reviews. It's probably best. I can only do this shit while I'm not big. Like while I'm not actually viral and I'm just slowly growing my foundation legitimately without any shortcuts. I can do stuff like working somewhere and if I didn't want to investigate them. Okay. I didn't want to investigate my own job, but they freaking asked for it. They begged me. They basically almost locked me in a room and said, "Hey, chaotic, we're a chaotic industry." And even my one of my supervisors, even they had mentioned, "Look, we don't want things to be chaotic here, you know." And they don't know my name's Chaotic Industries, but every time someone's been saying chaotic at work, I'm like, "Oh no, they know, they know." But yeah, we get to keep doing stupid shit while people don't know. So that's why I try not to. I don't copy people. I don't copy viral stuff. I just try to grow legitimately as possible. Um, dang it. Here. Okay. Ouch. 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 Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to talk about the assistant to the regional manager here. This is a sneak peek into a future video. You see, I wanted to start off on this video a very long time ago, but one, I didn't know how to edit. I didn't really know how to draw. So I learned how to draw good just so that I could draw this moron from memory. And no, this isn't the one that was blocking the is the inspiration for Chaotic Industries. As in, like, we wouldn't be here sitting here watching a dead ass live stream if it wouldn't be for this epic moron. This is the assistant to the regional manager, and what she is known for is she tried to argue with me over the correct date of when my dog passed away. This manager, so-called Big O, or what do we call him? Let's call him clinical director, had the audacity to try to pull me into a room and argue with me over the correct date of when my dog passed away. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, we did not like that. As you can see, it's the inspiration for what you see here before today. And that's why, like, I think the moral of the story is don't piss off a comedian. Because I took 2 years to learn how to draw, to build a YouTube channel, just so I can tell everybody your stupid fucking story. Assistant to the regional manager, yo, wannabe manager. Yeah, so that's a future video though, Mr. Andrew. Yeah, just a sneak peek. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So this is the quote that they said. There's a longer story to this, and I want to do it justice. But yeah, this person crossed so many goddamn epic lines. You know, if you ever watch my live streams when I'm doing stand up, I will talk some portions of it, but I've been saving the main story for a while. Because yeah, no, we're good. I've been wanting to animate it. So I want to make it into a full-blown, just not like the best cartoon, but I want to add some extra effort to it to take my time with it, you know? Because the last thing I ever officially said to that monster was, "You just crossed the line." And she didn't really understand what that meant. But look at this bubble here, okay? Did I need to take my time with this bubble? Is it the best bubble? No, but I'm going to take my time making this bubble. You get me? So imagine what I'm going to do with someone who pissed me the fuck off. And by the way, that wasn't all she said. Then she went back into the office to talk more shit about my dog, not just about me. She talked shit about my dog. That regional manager that works for blank, blank, blank talk shit about my dog. And her name is Mrs. Clownbody. May or may not be a real person. And any resemblance to a real person is sheerly coincidental. And everything said here is meant as satire and should be taken as opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have another suggestion for me to draw, I would love to draw it. But if you don't, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. Because I think we're trying to go for as long as humanly possible. So I think I have my break screen. That's a funny name. Thank you so much. That individual, actually I drew her here the other day. She's way down here. You can barely see her. It's all pixelated. But my friend I went to school with, I will have to give him credit, because I was talking about her and he was like, who is that again? And I was like, so and so. And he was like, oh, Clownbody. Like, that's right. We used to call her Clownbody when we were in school. Because strangely enough, she used to be my teacher. And then at one point she became wannabe boss. She wasn't my boss, but she spent so much time trying to convince me that she was my boss that it was sad. You just kind of gave it to her. You were like, okay, yeah, like, don't cry. Literally, like, stop crying. Okay, fine, you're my boss. Like, that's the type that she was. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. If you have something for me to draw, by all means, I'm going to put my break screen on. Hope you enjoy the show. But I will be right back. Love you all. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, sorry, we are back. And we have Draw Fat Mama from Yo Mama. What the hell? You trying to talk shit to me? Okay. We are going to find out if somebody is talking crap about my mom or if that's a real person. And hello, Google Bud. Welcome back to Tell Me What to Draw. Tonight's topic: Chaotic Industries Investigates. And what we're investigating is the most chaotic industry thing of all: hostile work environment. Okay, what the heck is a fat mama from Yo Mama Animation? Oh, wow, this is Mrs. Clown Body. Well. Well, actually, no. This is Mrs. Clown Body's friend. We'll call her Datricia. Ooh, okay. I think I know I can do a thing now, okay? Give me a second here. I am going to do the thing here. Right click on this, then I go no, then I go B. Okay. Alrighty then. Should I just start a new one? Because this looks really beautiful. Or I know what to do. We're gonna do the thing you're not supposed to do. Control D. I'm gonna put it way over here. Now I'm gonna go done. Okay, I'm gonna draw Fat Mama from Yo Mama Animations. But I am going to try for the first time ever to show the reference picture. First time ever, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Chaotic Industries first, if not first for humanity. At least first for us. Look at that. Once, finally, we know what the hell I am trying to draw. Now, I know what you're saying. Like, are you going to just trace it like a hack? No. Maybe for once I can like actually explain my thought process of how I approach my drawings so that I am so damn good at it. You get me? This is like the moon. It really is. I've always said like, oh, you know, maybe I can show you the reference picture, and then I never figured it out. I didn't know how. Not today. Okay, so I just want to get this in a spot where, sorry, because then I have to make a short later. You're gonna have to edit it, and if it's a little off, it's gonna piss me off. It's so hard to do this without going insane. Hello, Maya Deroka. How are you? I am going to try to draw this. No cheating. Just the good old-fashioned lines and zeros. Okay, so how I would approach this. First, I'm thinking about where my shape is. So in my head, it's like this is what I'm doing in my head. I'm just trying to like picture where my like circles are. Like this is just going on in my head most of the time, and then I just want to know like, okay, where's the center, and then I start thinking of like distances between landmarks and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so my eye line will be like right here, and then I'm most of the time just hoping that it's lined up. That's my biggest thing. So my hair, it comes like right here. This really does look like Mrs. Clownbody's best friend, Datricia. Datricia was really, really mean to the students. Worse than Mrs. Clownbody sometimes, because Datricia never officially got her respiratory therapy license. So she was always jealous of these students that were clearly smarter than her and were going to go on to have far brighter careers than Datricia ever could have had. But she ended up getting fired from a spot because people hated her so much. It was like, I think it's the only person I've ever heard of where they got fired. They had no case because people just hated them so goddamn much. But like I said, so I just try to line up landmarks and stuff. So now that I have that, like if let's say I was using Sharpie and I only have one shot, I'm usually trying to draw whatever I feel I can then use to map out the rest of the face first. So that was a bit of a tongue full, but basically I'm not trying to go for what's easiest. I'm trying to draw what will help me with the rest of the face. So, and that comes because some characters or caricatures, my bee stepped on a dog. Okay. So like anime characters, they start out like, especially some that are very stylized, their faces and gestures are just so. And then again, I'm trying to draw with a Sharpie half the time, so I only have one shot at it. So I'm usually trying to draw whatever I'm also going to use as a small sketch or reference later. Granted, I could just be going Control Z and like crazy, or even was that other thing? Just trace it. But one thing I've liked about doing these live streams, especially when I was just doing the Sharpies, is that it feels a lot like a puzzle sometimes. And there is this satisfaction of completing that puzzle just using the reference picture. And it's never about getting it exactly right. It's just about trying to say the same story as whatever image I'm referencing. And by that I mean like what's the gesture, what's like the expression, the overall shape, language, and whatnot. And then that way you really do develop your own style, and you're not just copying other people. Because my whole thing was to do this to learn how to draw myself in such a way that no matter what is asked or what I need to draw, I can draw. So that's why I originally started these live streams. And I just figured, you know what, while I learn to draw, might as well just live stream it, and then you guys seem to like it a lot. So it kind of held up other plans for the channel, but not held up. It just kind of, I focused more on the drawing side for a minute because I don't want to deny someone entertainment. But yeah, so like I said, I just start building this puzzle, or I start completing the puzzle, and then something you never get to do with a Sharpie. I think once I get rid of the lines, we'll start. And again, do not use Photoshop like this. This is not the way you use Photoshop. I'm just emulating real life Sharpie or a pen. No redos. Well, I've been using Control Z for some of it, but yeah, I don't. It's funny because I remember when I first started painting, my dream was to have a drawing board this big so that I could trace and then, do that to my, with my paintings. But then I found out that it's apparently like almost like a hacky thing to be a painter, but you don't know how to draw. It's like being a diver, but you don't know how to swim kind of thing. It's weird. It's like you don't have to be the best drawer, or illustrator or whatever the hell. But you should have a concept of form and shape and all of that for painting. That's why I was saying, like, if you don't really want to learn, just be an abstract painter or an abstract artist. Then you can set your own standard, and hopefully in 200 years, you are your own art style. And then they have to be teaching your class and about you. But I remember one thing that I used to love doing as a kid was I loved drawing maps or like redoing maps. Like just the terrain, and that was one of my favorite things to doodle, like on the corner of your binder or on the side of your tests. One of my favorite things to doodle is pirate ships, but also maps. And if you can kind of see that here with what I'm doing with her hair. Like, to me, it's just a map I'm filling up. And in my brain, if I think of this as a face, I can't draw it. If I start thinking of this as like, okay, this is an eyeball, or this is a nose, and this goes here, my brain just shuts down. But if I think of this as, this line should be about this distance from, this eyebrow, beauty of having this, then I know I have, like, it's like in land, or like any, or like in a map, right? It's like if this is a river, it should be a certain amount of distance away from this hill. So that's how my brain sees it. That's why I don't like faces, because to me a face is basically like, you get me? So to me, this is a mountainscape. You get me? Like, that's what I see. You get me? But if I were to, let me see, how do you rotate shit? I forgot how to. Okay. Let me see. So, I know what to do. So we see this, right? It's like from this angle, it's it's a mountainscape. But if I twist it, I twist the wrong thing. I don't even know what the hell that was. What the heck is this? Whatever. So I'm gonna draw that same shape just because it's a good thing. This one can do it. So I'm gonna draw that same line, just perpendicular. Give me a second. Ooh, you gotta love it. Okay. So if I draw that same thing. Like, now it's the corner of a face. So, or the profile of a face. So that stupid Photoshop takes forever. But to me, it's just a face is just a mountainous region, torso, legs, all of that. So that's how I break apart. Like, to me, that's how I approach drawing anything is first lay out what bigger shapes you have. And in a sense, you're not trying to get that exactly right. So you just want this. You just want that. You just want to know it's this. So now you know that the shape you're overall looking for should be not, these circles in the middle, but it's this kind of area. I'll so what you're looking for is, for fuck's sake, what you're looking for is just to try to cover an area with your shape language, right? Like, so it's like, I need to know that her cheeks come out to this length, not here, or not here, not too inside, but that it comes out here, and that her hair is going to come out to here. So when you see people drawing those like basic shapes or whatever, it's really just trying to train your brain first and saying, okay, this, like, her overall skull shape or whatever is a trapezoid. Is it? Yeah, it's a trapezoid. Right? So, and what this line, or what this shape is just telling me too, it's telling me the angle of the head, right? So, like, the trajectory, it's telling me it's tilting that way. And I'm also knowing that it's tilting this. So then when it comes to the eyes, I know that it should be right here. I know that, okay, usually the nose or whatever face you have is always going to be a ball, right? So if you're like this, then your nose might be right here. Or then you're looking this way, right? But they're looking to the right and a little bit up at you. So I know her nose will be around here. So I'm gonna, like, okay, so if you're there, you're tilted that way. I'll just go down here, right? So let's go move all the way back. And the idea is just, and again, so that's, if I wanted to draw her from scratch, that's how you would approach it. Is what shape do you have? And then if I turn this shape this way, what shape will it be then? But I don't know if that helps. To me, the toughest thing for me was understanding that it's like reducing the face to basic shapes before getting into the details of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. I would always, I think before, as like with anyone, you try to draw like this. You try to start the face from just a basic line, doing an outline. Whereas, unfortunately, for the human eye and the human brain, we need to kind of build a scaffolding or a skeleton first, and then you put the face and the skin on it. To me, that's what helped my drawing out the most of it, of all. It's like, okay, so I think right here, I was messing around and I drew this Yeti. Shout out to Wow Andrew. So, if you can, I mean, we're going to probably have to go earlier in the stream to see it properly, but again, it's just shape language. So I knew that this character is going to be far away, but I wanted him to be waving. And we can kind of see that from far away. You can still, you get that. And it's all still just shape language. Then, like right here, I wanted to do like a stone face of like a Yeti at the entrance. And you can kind of see just the basic shapes for the pillars. And then for the face, again, I'm just following a simple concept of I have a circle, I have an eye line, and I've got a nose in a general direction. Not every face is going to follow that rule. Let me rephrase that. Every face is going to typically have this at its center. Eyeballs being here, nose being here. The way people look different is how this circle changes in shape. Eyeballs then being here, sometimes they're super close together. And so once you get that concept, now all you got to do is just turn that ball. So instead of just a flat surface, I'm thinking of it more, okay, now they're over here, right? So then their eyes would be kind of right here, and they would be pointing that way, right? And then I'm going this way. And then so their nose is probably around here. So then you have a mouth. And then I can come in with an eraser and just try to take some of this off. See where I'm at. Maybe build a character from that. So just from this, I can kind of draw a dude that's looking to my left or his right. Give him a chin, a really weird neck. But so it doesn't matter how weird the face is or what face it is. It's just, I'm just following this rules of my nose is pointing that way. It should be lined up with my eyes, right? Like it's a curve, it's a concave, and you know, the nose is the point, and so everything's gonna be going in that direction or going kind of in the opposite direction. Anyway, so I can probably erase this more. There you go. Now he looks more like a person. But you know, and then this is how you stop drawing. You know, this basic, you know, somebody looking towards you, trying to draw the same character looking at me, or the way, like, you know, we typically draw people. I still gave him some depth with the cheek, but yeah, the idea is just to try to start giving some curve and depth to your image. I don't know why I'm ranting about this. We were supposed to be talking about hostile work environments. But if you learn something, please, by all means, take it and run. My channel slowly has turned into like a drawing tutorial channel. We're trying to fight against it by posting stuff about hostile work environments. So please check out my new video. We've worked pretty hard on it by going to the work that the video is about. But this is my channel for anybody that just tuned in. I'm pretty sure I'm talking to the same 3 people, but this is an art channel. And we do whatever. There wasn't that. Yeah, we drew your mama. Google bun. Sorry, never mind. Sorry, we did. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't draw your mama. I drew the drawing that you wanted me to draw. It just happens to be from a show called that. Okay. should we plug? Next week, people. Let me see. Who is it? Where is promo? Wait, that's not where it goes. Maybe I'll go here. Can I plug it? I can plug it. Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, I actually get to plug an upcoming live stream. So this Wednesday, we are gonna be going live. I go live every second and third Wednesday. I for sure go live. You know, I don't. It might not be the drawing live stream. And by the way, this is a viewer discretion advised. Adult language, very adult language. Well, I don't know. I keep it cleaner. I don't get too crazy on this. But yeah, so May 20th, if you guys want to tune in, it is stand-up comedy. I try to keep it clean. I try not to swear too much. I try not to. But yeah, viewer discretion advised. 18 and up, please, if you're gonna watch. But yeah, we if you guys are interested in ever seeing the paranormal investigations at the bar that I keep talking about, yeah, just tune in on these Wednesdays. And sometimes if the stream is private, it's because the audio was so bad. I just can't. I cannot have that on, on my channel. I'll lose all my subscribers because the sound is just so god awful. And it's the DJI Mic 3. Like, you wanna see if I'm gonna write this out. Here's the vicious cycle that I'm at with the DJI Mic 3. I'm talking about a microphone now, people. Sorry. Okay, so I have the DJI 3, right? It's a microphone. And then what it does is a noise cancellation. I don't know how to spell cancellation, right? And then it also like adjusts your voice. And these are good things. These are cool things, but adjust your voice to sound like more like a man-ish, I guess. I don't really care what people refer to me as, but whatever. It does these things, right? So then we'll be doing stand-up comedy, and the noise cancellation cancels out the laughs in the back of the room. So so you'll hear the comedian talking and all of that. But then with the voice adjuster and this thing, it's like you've got the speaker. And I'm probably drawing this because I might make a YouTube video about it later. But so you've got the speaker, right? And then the stupid microphone is picking up the person's voice and the speaker at the same time. But the DJI is trying to decide like which one or which sound does it want to keep, resulting in just pop, just pop. So, oh man, it's horrible. So I've been trying to fix the audio. I mean, the people are funny though. Like, the live stream is actually really funny. So if you want to check out the previous live stream, it's True Story #paranormal. That one's freaking hilarious. You have to check out the comedian that comes on midway. He doesn't even curse. It's I think you guys should be good. It was relatively clean, but he was really, really funny. Josh Plantega. But yeah, we're gonna have Alvaro Mendoza. This guy has been going he's been going around the country. I forgot where he started, but he's been going around the country to open mics around the country. I'm like, you're insane. This person is insane. I can't even imagine. Like, I don't even want to drive out 2 hours to an open mic. God forbid, halfway around the country. So this gentleman, I'm giving him like a proper kudos to what he's doing. And also, I may or may not have been booking a different comic thinking it was this guy, because I remember seeing him like a few years ago, and he was pretty funny. I liked his style. But so he's gonna be back with us, ladies and gentlemen. If you're interested in that at all, if you're interested in hearing what open mic comedy is like across the country, which is I definitely need to know that because it's part of our investigation. And we have a lot of active investigations. It's just too many. There's too many investigations. Everybody's getting investigated. This is Google button. And suggestions right here next to Jesus Christ, next to whatever the hell this is. Spunky or Sprunky. I don't know what this is, man. Demonic characters. But yeah, well, how long is this stream? Oh my god, we're almost to the 3-minute mark. Or no, sorry, the 3-hour mark. But yes, if you have a suggestion or whatever you want to do, you can go ahead. I might close it out though. I'm tired. I don't know why we did a whole art lesson. If you guys want me to do a live stream just for art tutorials and then Q&A and we try to figure stuff out together. I'm not an art teacher at all. I did go to Photoshop school, online classes for Cal Poly. I have a certificate. So I did go to art school. But that's not art school. This one came out a lot better than expected. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, to say that I love you all is to sell it short. I appreciate all of you so much. To everybody that was listening in earlier that might come back later on, I love you so much. And then to everyone that's sticking around, you are the best for me forever. But yeah, we will be back with more drama, workplace drama, as we continue our investigation into chaotic industries, or as I like to say, industries that are chaotic. Okay? And the music stopped so long ago. It was just a dead silence. But this is Tell Me What to Draw. And I swear to God, I don't like chaotic things. I don't like them. I love chaotic things. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done being stupid for tonight. You all have good nights. And I love you. And I think you're the best. All right. Bye, future people and current people. Have a good night. Bye-bye.